Mic checks, mic checks. 1, 2, mic checks.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hi.
This is the smallest iPad I've ever seen in my entire life.
I want my hands to feel real big. I'm gonna get an iPad mini.
So the word legend
The legend.
Legend!
definitely comes from us Australians. I'm going to claim that.
Lasting impact, just leaving a footprint, leaving something for somebody to follow.
I don't get it, but the boys seem to love it. So obviously when we met them, we were like, yeah, what's up, legend?
Whatever it is, right? Whether it's an athlete, whether it's a product, whether it's an idea, it doesn't matter. It's the greatest of the great.
Being a master of your craft, whatever it is, and then excelling out of the gym everywhere. Lifestyle, finance, family, just killing it everywhere.
I think that's a legend classified. What's up, boys?
Alright, so first thing we're going to do is have you watching one of the original brand videos. I want to try to get some of your reactions out of watching it.
I hope I remember everything in this video. I lived it.
You'll watch it, give your reactions during it, and then we'll talk a little bit.
I remember these videos.
That video is still fire today.
For Ghost, you pulled inspiration really from everywhere. I think we're really doing something a little bit different.
We've always been pretty inspired by sneakers.
He definitely helped thrust me into the sneaker game.
3-4 years later, build an empire.
Being a master of your craft.
Legend means being the best you could possibly be.
You're a legend, you're like cool or something, I don't know.
We just went to work on flavors and just over and over, trial and error, days, weeks, months, perfecting these things.
Whether or not you buy all of our product set or one of our products, it's not really important to us. It's more important that you believe in the brand and that we connect with you on that level.
Whoever thought it was a good idea to have Dan and I sitting on a rock, just taking photos of each other? What are we doing?
I know you guys are thinking it, but probably don't have the to say it. Who's talking about hair gains? Can we just talk about hair gains, please?
Dan actually looks way better now.
Danny and Ryan were so much better looking back then. Damn, Ryan. You look good there, bro.
Man, wild.
The memes. I think the only way that video could have been better is if I had more than one cameo. I'm gonna do a no filter. Yeah, just like.
It ended up exactly where I thought it was going to be.
So far, nothing's changed.
Talk a little bit about how cool it is that most everybody in that original video is still part of Ghost today.
The goal was kind of obviously to start a brand that we were super passionate about and build a brand that is for us, by us, right? We always said that in the beginning.
Said a few years ago in a video, right? Who you go to battle with is everything.
Travel puts life in perspective, in my opinion. Although you can make the argument that some of these meetings could have been accomplished by Skype, nothing's gonna ever replace hand delivering new product fresh off the line, or sampling new concepts, or brainstorming, or breaking bread and spending time. Like, in a world that's gone so digital, I just think that's so important. I say it a lot that who you go to battle with is everything. I'd fly halfway around the world for these guys any day of the week.
I think when you watch the video back and you see literally the family from day one is largely all still here.
In a lot of ways, it felt like just getting all your friends together and doing the you love. That was really the day one mission, and the fact that 7 years in, it's kind of turned into what it is today.
I think we had something cool, we had something special, and Ghost at its simplest was just taking that and creating a brand, about something we were already doing.
So pre-workout in the sports nutrition world is the quintessential product that anybody would look for from any brand.
I don't know, just this like ritual, just this tradition of us taking pre-workout, playing some video games, going to the gym, or mixing stuff up, going to the club with whether it's the Staff Brothers or Christian or Max or whatever with Raymond. Ghost at its simplest was just taking that and creating a brand, about something we were already doing. And we landed on legend. There's a lot of definitions of legend, but look, as Matt said in the video, and Brooke and Chris too, like, we did get it from the Aussies. In Australia, it's not like this whole legends of bodybuilding or whatever thing. It's like no, that dude's a legend.
I don't know. It's really hard to explain.
The backbone of everything that you do is going to be your pre-workout. Our very first product, which is Ghost Legend.
It's just cool how the name stuck, right? And then that has kind of grown into and evolved into the whole be a legend mindset and mantra that has really, I think, driven a lot of Ghosts today.
Like, our goal from day one was to put out the absolute best pre-workout.
I remember that first taste of the legend. It was something just way different than anything on the market.
Wow, we have come a long way. That I probably actually still have this at home in Australia.
It works for the everyday person, the working, people who like to party, people who like to go to the gym.
I don't know if y'all could see that, like on the camera. It's like everything that Dan and Ryan had put together in their head, like on the decks that they were showing in 2013, 2014, right? And everything they were saying, like even from like telling me, okay, the company, here's the name, you ready? Ghost. I was like, whoa, sick, I like it. But once you really started to see every layer kind of get added on, and then you also have like the sprinkles of like myself, Max Tuning, the online coach, like,
I mean, I've been here since day one, so seeing the first version and then having that and being blown out of the water for that, it was tough for me to see it get better. Ghost has been killing it, and every version has got better.
As time evolves, as science improves, as more feedback comes, as the world changes, they make the products evolve with the times and what people want, what they like, what they don't like. How can we improve, the formulation of it, the taste of it?
The funny thing is when we launched the product, we got criticized because the product wasn't like fully transparent.
The very first Legend, June 1st, 2016, was actually not even fully transparent. We had disclosed 75% of the active ingredients in the formula. We're like, hey, this is a massive step forward for the industry, especially the brands that Ryan and I came from. Like, they were still largely proprietary, if not all proprietary blends. From day one, I think the way that we had given our fans like access to the brand on Snapchat back then, and then obviously Instagram and ultimately YouTube, we had access and had those lines of communication. People held us to a higher standard right off the rip. And they're like, hey, why aren't you guys fully disclosed? And we were like, you know what, you're right. And on the very next run, we went fully transparent in Legend, and every other product we've made ever since. We never looked back.
Just the direction that they were going, like each collab, each flavor, every month there was something new that was just crushing it. Like,
the second thing, obviously, December 1st, 2016, we launched Warhead's Watermelon collab with Legend. That's the very first collab in the pre-workout and sports nutrition category. Obviously, it changed the world, right? Not just for us, but a lot of other brands who have gone down the road of licensing and authentic collaborations after us, and that was really important, not just for us, but really for everyone. And then I think after that, we started having a lot of fun with the athletes. In a world of full disclosure formulas where most stuff is within 5 or 10, 15% of each other, like how can you really stand out and make it fun? The athlete collabs, I think, were a big part of that, just to add some, add a cool spin.
And we had that opportunity. Not only was that made me feel so much a part of the company, but to be able to have a lot of say and direction with the products. It wasn't just, hey, here's a flavor we're coming out with, we're gonna slap your name on it, you're gonna like it.
It's crazy that you'll see like 3, 4 Max's things, you see 3, 4 of mine, you see Rob Lipset over here with the whiskey sour. Wasn't a fan of that one, the flavor, not gonna lie.
Rob Lipset's whiskey sour was controversial. Some people loved it, some people hated it. The CG3, the big boy, probably better used as a football than a pre-workout. That thing clumped, pretty hardcore.
This one right here, sick formula, amazing formula. But literally, it was like, when it shipped, it was like a rock.
Day one, my goal was just to get past the first pre-workout we sold, which by the way is Blue Raz and Fruit Punch, the most non-ghost thing ever. But it's so important to grow and get better every day, and to always refine your vision, refine what you're all about. And clearly, you look at the history, and it's been one hell of an adventure, even just through that one product category.
I will say Dan is a formula master. He likes to kind of just we sit down, he's on the whiteboard, and I'm like, it'd be cool if we maybe did this, and then he really just goes and does his thing.
If anyone has a conversation with Dan, you will know he is the largest science, formula, ingredient nerd on this planet. You have to actually be like, Dan!
So with Legend V3, I think, we took a couple things into consideration. It's a crazy time for the world. It's been a crazy time for the world. I think adding more value to the product is a really important thing too. So, for the first time, Legend is going back to the one scoop, but it's a full scoop, 30 servings, 30 workouts in core Legend. From a value perspective, it's the best value Legend that we've ever made. Same cost as anything before. And again, 98% of the formula, with the exception of just priority number 1, the global compliance, with the exception of that, the rest of the formula is untouched, all the major things.
Our goal is every product we put out, we look at that as the absolute best representation of what we could put out today in any category that we're putting it out.
The citrulline, 4 grams, nitrogen, 1.5 full, 3.2 grams beta-alanine. Caffeine is staying where it was. We've added Neurofactor, which is an ingredient that we've used globally for a long time now. We used it last year actually in our Leonardo Turtles collab because that was going global. We used it in Max's collabs because it was going global. Feedback on that formula was actually some ways better than the formula we use in the US with Rolfia, or the one we use in Canada and Australia with Synephrine. So kind of doubling down again on feedback, more value. I think it's a great great product.
The message behind Ghost Legend is really the legacy behind it, which we want that legacy, whether it's V1, V2, V3, it's a constantly improving, constantly changing product. We're getting better every day. I think from day one, the message or backbone of the brand was grow and get better every day. As time goes on, things change and evolve and get better. Because again, for us, it's not about putting out this product and that product being the best forever. It's putting out this product and that product being the best in this moment, and then committing every single day to continuing to keep that product that as best as it possibly can in time.
If you step back and you say, hey, like, we want to be the best, we want to excel in all those areas, while continuing to drive max value and innovation and efficacy and content and packaging, like, no one's ever done that before. There's definitely been plenty of people who've excelled even to higher heights than we are in one of those areas, or two of those areas maybe, but to do all of those things all the time at the same time without fail or deviation, that's what's next.
I think the thing that makes it even more awesome is who you get to do it with, and obviously doing it with my best friend and you know, now the awesome group of people that we have in here. I don't feel like I've gone to work a day in the last 7 years, which is the coolest part. I hope the next 7 years I can stand here and say the same thing.